Hey everybody, it's Cindy Matalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. Today is Friday, August 3rd. I cannot believe that we are in August already.
I know.
It's already summer. It's almost the end of summer, and it's hot. So I hope you guys have gotten your air conditioning got a unit in your house. If you don't now, we're gonna go buy one because we're dying, and we live in Bay Park. So anyway, we have a great live show for you today. Before we get started, I want to tell you that if you've got a story, if you've got something that you want to get out there to our viewers, we would love to have you guys as a guest on our live show. You know, it's all about elevating your business in 2018 and bringing the most awareness that we can to your brand and your business. We love entrepreneurs. We love your stories. So if it's something that you want to get out there, hit us up on social media at The Pulse SD or on our website, thepulsesd.com, and let us know what we can do to bring some awareness out there and some exposure and create a buzz around your brand. So that is that. And then without further ado, I'm so excited for my guest today. I have Liz Murphy from Santosha Nutrition.
Hello.
So excited. So it's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yeah.
The last time we were on the show, it's kind of ironic, I was vegan.
Yes.
I had just seen a documentary. I went vegan for like 5 months.
Yep.
But I love what you do. I love that you're doing nutrition.
Yeah.
You've suffered so much. So before we kind of get into Santosha Nutrition and your company, I would love for you to share with our viewers what you went through kind of to get you to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you yourself have suffered from some food allergies and issues that you're still dealing with. So that's about 8 to 10 years ago, actually, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease and a few food allergies like soy and wheat, gluten. So over the last 8 to 10 years, it's been a journey of figuring out what foods work for my body. And it's been a struggle. Yeah, I think anyone that's tried a diet of any kind knows that it's hard to change. You know, when I found out I was in college, so my diet was pizza, ramen, mac and cheese. So I basically had to get rid of everything and start fresh. And that journey over time led me into plant-based. I took the regular kind of long journey from omnivore to pescatarian to vegetarian to vegan and back to cheese, and then all the way back to plant-based. So
well, and do you find, because I know we were talking about this earlier, like I was kind of diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome when I was younger. I had a lot of different digestive issues. So it's like, did you find that you sort of had to eliminate certain foods to figure out?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that I tell my clients and my friends or anyone that's really trying to figure out what's going on in their body and they've been to the doctors and they still having issues, a food diary is the number one thing. It sounds like a lot of work, but what you can figure out by doing that is, what am I eating every day? When am I experiencing these symptoms? And what is the correlation? Okay. And I mean, that's incredibly helpful when you're just at your wit's end, and you don't know what's wrong. So there was a lot of changes for me. I still struggle. It's going to be a continual journey probably for the rest of my life to figure out what the best diet is for me. But I do find that eating more plants and pretty much keeping to a plant-based diet is the best thing for myself, and I want to share that with others.
Well, I love that. And also, you have such great experience in the hospitality industry and the hotel industry for like 8 years, right? So
yep. I think that really kind of is what, combining my love of being around people and being a people person and my passion for food and cooking and plants, combining those two things is what helped me to think of Santosha Nutrition, because it allows me to combine those two things and still work with people one-on-one. And so yeah, it's really exciting.
Well, and Santosha, the name,
yeah,
Sanskrit, right?
Yes, for any of you yogis out there, yeah.
And that's contentment?
Yes, Santosha is contentment. It is the base of San and Tosha. San actually means complete, is part of that word. And so complete and contentment really embody my goals for myself, my goals for my clients, and my goals for the whole world. So thought it was the perfect name.
I love that. Well, yeah. I'm so excited because, again, I've struggled. I've had inflammation in my body. I've gone through, taking out dairy, gluten. I've eliminated almost everything from my diet, and it's still a work in progress. So I'm still working on it.
Same, yeah.
But I don't know, a lot of people out there I know are really struggling with things, and it's also they want to be healthier.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, what you guys do at Santosha Nutrition.
Yeah. So there's a few services that I offer. The best place to find out really about what they are is on the website and on the Facebook page. But the base things are nutrition coaching. I have my plant-based nutrition certificate from eCornell, and I'm working on a health and wellness one as well. I do offer one-on-one coaching services as well as programs that I can come up with, like personalized programs. The other cool things that are going on in North County, though, that I would love anyone in San Diego to take advantage of are vegan food tours, in working with chefs and getting people through the doors to see what innovative things they're coming up with. So vegan food tours, cooking classes, and farm tours in North County.
Ooh, farm tours. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. I think those are, you know, we all have like walking food tours and stuff and everywhere, but I think vegan or plant-based walking food tours are something that aren't really out there. So I want to cater to those people that are interested in learning what options are there at restaurants. Where can I go if I'm trying to be vegan because I love going out to eat? I love going out to eat. I'm a foodie.
You don't want to say I can't eat, go out and eat.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to show them where they can go and what the options are and what these chefs are really doing.
Well, we just had a conversation. It was funny. And I know you and Jack have dealt with this, your significant other, but Israel and I, one day he just completely lost it because I've changed my diet so much. And he's like, you can't eat anything. And it was just kind of funny because I felt really bad because when you're, especially with your partner, your significant other, you know, they're on the train with you too.
They are, and I'm like,
they
I'm
can't
sorry.
Get up.
Yeah, so they, you know, it's really nice to find those places. I love supporting all plant-based or all vegan restaurants, but that just isn't, you can't do that all the time. So there are a lot of great restaurants that may not be completely plant-based that are offering some amazing plant-based options. So that allows me to eat what I want to eat or what I need to eat, and then it allows my friends and my family and Jack to eat what they want to eat. So
I love that. Well, okay, so let's talk about why plant-based.
Yeah.
Because that's a big issue.
So I think my philosophy is there are 3 reasons that someone goes plant-based or vegan. Health reasons, either personal or family health reasons, environmental reasons, or animal rights reasons. It can be a combination of those 3, it can be 1 or 2 of them, but what my goal is to learn about what your reasons are for wanting to learn more or wanting to dive in, and focusing on that in a personalized program. You know, if you want to go to the farm animal refuge, which there are a few in the San Diego SoCal area, because you want to save the animals, let's do that. If you want to go to the store together, go to the farmers markets because you don't know where to start, let's do that. If it's specific health issues, you know, I want to be able to, you know, help you on your journey, find the right doctors, find the right diet. And I think, you know, my biggest philosophy, although I myself am plant-based and I believe that eating more plants can save the world, that's why I started this business, you don't have to go vegan to take advantage of Santosha's services. Okay. You don't have to go plant-based. All I want you to do is eat more plants. # eat more plants. Like, that's it. Like, by eating more plants in your diet, you're gonna make yourself healthier, you're gonna save animals, and you're gonna help the environment.
Well, and animals eat plants. A lot of them. So it's like we think, oh, we need to eat animals, but technically, like, they're eating plants.
Yeah, it's not necessary for, like, there are a lot of arguments out there, and I'm not going to get into, you know, the political and that side of everything, because that's really not my goal. Right. You know, because there's all the things about animals and all of the science. We don't want to judge. We just want you to be the best version of
I
want you to be the best version of you, and that's what I really want to put out there, because I don't want people to be scared off because it's a plant-based service. I want you to come because you want to learn how to eat more plants. It's not just sitting eating celery all day like people think it is. We have all of these options and can make some amazing things that you never would have thought of. So that's why I want to do the cooking classes and get out there in the restaurant world.
I love that. Okay, so we have a beautiful table set up today. Yes. I mean, this is gorgeous. She brought all this produce in. Talk to us a little bit about, and maybe with the viewers, you know, shopping and getting your produce. Because people think, you know, it's so hard. How do I do it? But you seem to have it down. Yeah, I mean, it's been a process figuring out the best way. And as you move to different cities and stuff, you'll find where the best places are. You know, it's been a long time. You know, I always got all of my produce at the grocery store. And if you have a local grocery store that you can go to, that's a great option. But you don't always know where that food is coming from and what you're supporting by buying it. So what I've really moved on to is making sure that I'm getting it from local organic farms to the best of my ability. A lot of people think that's more expensive. It may be in certain areas, and it may be certain things are more expensive, but my philosophy behind that is I may spend a couple more bucks, but I'm supporting a system, I'm supporting people that are trying to change a broken system. So a lot of these items come from 2 places. I get a weekly delivery from Farm Fresh to You, which is a business that gets their produce from local organic farms and actually delivers it to your door. So I get it delivered every Friday. No joke, guys, this is what I eat in a week. And she brought these boxes in too.
Yeah, I got delivered today and I just brought them in. So, you know, I'll meal prep with this. I'll make dinners for me and Jack. I'll make my snacks. cook for family and friends, but I do farm fresh to you, and then anything else that I need I supplement by going to local farms like Cyclops in Oceanside. And then if there are things like these grains that I'm not getting from a farm, that's when I'll go in to a local store like Fraser Farms to get those. So farmers markets, they're everywhere. Almost every day in San Diego. I actually just posted something to my Instagram about like it's a list of all the farmers markets in the days in San Diego. There's so many, you know, so if you can go during the week, great. If you have to go on a Saturday, there's plenty of those too. So just make sure that you're supporting the right people. You know, as long as you're eating plants, that's really all I care about. But if you can make the effort to buy it from the source, that is the best thing to do.
Well, and tell them too, because I was really surprised because we, you know, we do Sprouts, we do Trader Joe's, and it's like, oh my gosh, we have to go here because they didn't have something. It's like we're constantly looking for stuff, right?
Yeah.
But you were saying this is like, the boxes were like $35 or something?
It absolutely depends, but you know, they have a minimum that's around $30 to $33 per order. And pretty much, so this was about 2 boxes full of produce that I ordered from them, and I want to say it was around $35 to $40, which is, I'd be spending that much if I went from store to store. And then I do all of this, and then on Saturday mornings I go to my local farm and I get the few items that they have that are seasonal, because and the cool thing about Farm Fresh to You is that you can customize. A lot of CSAs, which if you're able to support a local CSA, please do, support your local farmers. But I love Farm Fresh to You because you can customize, which is really unique. So you can go in and pick what fruits and veggies you want for that week, you know, and I kind of, every Wednesday I go in, I customize it. It helps. I think about what recipes I want to make. Like, oh, they'll get something cool in. Like they finally, I'm sure you guys have all seen them in the stores, starting to get plums.
Plums.
So I had to get some plums.
It's so fresh though. It's really fresh.
Yes, it is. It's farm fresh to you. Yeah, it really is. And these peppers right here from Cyclops, they just started coming out with it's tomato season. It's pepper season, guys. So go and get those fresh peppers and tomatoes. So yeah.
So would you say there's something that you can, is there one thing that people could avoid right away in their diet that would make a difference? Is there like, I know that's so hard to put you on the spot.
No, but I mean, if you're gonna ask the plant-based girl what you can avoid, meat and dairy. But I mean, if you're not willing to give up, yeah, if you're not willing to give that up, trust me, cheese was my holdover. It took me a very long time to give up cheese. Luckily for us vegans out there, there are some phenomenal things going on in the dairy-free and plant-based cheese world. But I would say casein would be the #1 thing that you can cut out of your diet to immediately help yourself for the future. Casein is in most dairy products. You can read on the back of labels if casein or milk is in the product. That would be one of them. And then just the junk food, you know, it's kind of like that snacking. We've all done it. We all do it. I still do it sometimes. I'll find myself buying some sort of vegan cheese cracker and I'll just like eat the whole thing. But it happens. But I've retrained my body. I was telling one of my clients the other day, our bodies are programmed to want this. Then they're reprogrammed to want the McDonald's, to want the fast food, to want the chips, to want way more meat than our systems can handle. And they're reprogrammed, and it's up to us to program them back.
And reset.
It's a difficult process at first, but once you're reprogrammed, you crave this stuff and you want it and you feel so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and for you, tell us, what's your goal and your mission?
Yeah. So my mission is really around those 3 things that I talked about. It's my goal to teach people that are interested to how they can eat more plants and how that will affect the environment, how that will affect the animals that we share this planet with, and how to help themselves and their families. Because especially for those people that have kids, you know, I myself don't have children yet. I do have some younger cousins and things, and I want them to get started on the right foot, because it's up to us to teach them how we can change this planet. We all know that there are things going on in this world that are just a detriment, and the easiest thing that each person can do is eat more plants, and you will help save the planet. So.
And be careful. It's always important to see what you're putting into your body.
Yeah.
You know, especially with pesticides, with everything that we have. So it's really important. So tell us again, you're going to do a little promo code for our viewers.
I am.
We're so excited.
If you go to the website and you can contact me about any of the services, those coaching services, the food tours, the cooking classes, if you put put Pulse in there, you will get 10% off any of the services.
Awesome. And then would you say you do a consultation first with someone? How does that work?
So if you're interested in the coaching programs, I do a consultation first. It can be up to an hour. I like to sit down with people and find out why they're coming to me. So there's an intro questionnaire that you'll fill out that has a bunch of questions about why you're doing what you're doing, any health issues you're experiencing, have you tried plant-based, all those things. And it helps me get to know you, and it helps me to come up with that personalized program.
And what would you say your favorite thing to do is? Is it shopping with a client? Is it...
My favorite thing to do so far, because this is a recent launch, everyone.
She just launched in July.
Yeah. So my favorite thing so far is to surprise them with the recipes and things like that they never would have thought of, and taking them to a farm, because most people, and I myself until recently, hadn't gone to the farm. So Cyclops Farms in Oceanside is a really great opportunity for you on Saturday mornings from 8:30 to 12:30. They do a stand, and you see the farm, it's right in front of you. A lot of times Farmer Luke is standing there just chit-chatting, and you get to buy your food from the source. It's a completely organic farm. It's just an incredible experience. It really changes the way that you look at what you're eating.
And they do dinners there at the farm too. That sounded really nice.
There's one tomorrow actually, but it's water bill dinners, because they started it to pay the water bill. So they bring in local chefs. It's phenomenal food, and you sit down in the farm and they serve you the food at the farm. It's a great experience. Usually some local kombucha or beer vendors will be there too. So Cyclops Farms, if you're not familiar with it, check it out. They have some really cool stuff going on.
And we'll have a link on our site with that as well, to where you can go. So we're going to get going, but we want to say thank you so much for having, for being on our show.
Yeah.
I'm so passionate about food.
Awesome.
I've struggled with it. I know how it is. So if you guys have any issues, if you have food allergies, if you would like to work with Liz, hit us up, hit Liz up on her website. We have everything on. It's santoshanutrition.com.
Yep.
For all the details. Pulse is our promo code, so use our promo code, and then we just can't wait to help you and help heal you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cindy. It was a pleasure to be on here, and I'm really excited to meet all of you and teach you how to eat more plants.
Yay! So you guys, will see you next time. We're actually going to be announcing our guests for the next show as well this week, so we can't wait for you to tune in on the 10th, and I hope you guys have a great Friday, and we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse. Thank you.
Thank you.